Okay, number 10. So you got a 1/3 minus a minus 5/3. Okay? The rules for multiplication, which this is understood to be a -1 here. Okay? It's understood to be a -1. So the rules for multiplication are, if the signs are the same, they're plus. If both signs are not the same, then it's negative. Excuse my cat. So if the signs are the same, they're positive. In other words, positive and positive are positive, negative, negative. These signs are the same. Right? So they're positive. The only time that you need to worry, this is really the only one you need to remember. All the other ones are positive. If the signs are opposite, then they become negative. It's just a rule you've got to remember. You've got to commit that to memory. All right. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, so we've got, like I said, this is understood to be a -1 here, as far as multiplication goes, right? So we've got 1/3 minus a minus is what? A positive. So that makes it a 5/3. Makes it a 5/3. So now we've got common denominators, so all we do is add. We add the numerators, right? So we've got 6/3. This is an improper fraction, so that means the numerator is bigger than the denominator. We can divide 3 into 6, right? This 3 is divided into the 6. This 3 is divided into the 6. 3 goes into 6 how many times? 2. 3 times 2 is 6. We subtract that. Goes to 0, so the answer is 2. This is also equivalent to 2. Number 11. -1/3 plus 3/8. Alright, pieces of the pie are not the same, right? So we've got to correct that. So how do we do that? We take this, we multiply it across, we take the denominator of one of the fractions, and we multiply the opposite side, both numerator and denominator. So 8 times -1/3. Denominator, 8. We take this denominator, cross multiply, so we're going to have 3/8. Multiply the numerator and the denominator by the 3, right? Then what do? 8 times a -1 is what? The signs are opposite, so they're going to be what? 8. Plus 3 times 3 is 9. 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 3, 24. Now we just add the numerators. 8 and 9, 17/24. Number 12. We've got a -10. I'm sorry. A negative, which one is this? 12. Yes, so that is correct. We've got a -10/7 plus 1/6. Are the pieces of the pie the same? No, they're not. The denominators are different. So we need to make them the same so that we can evenly divide the pie, right? So how do we do that? Use a different color this time. We take this 6, multiply the numerator and the denominator of the opposite fraction. take this 7, multiply the numerator and the denominator, the opposite fraction, right? 6 times negative 10 is what? Negative 60. 1 times 7, we're going to add this, we're adding this, right? Plus 1 times 7 is 7. 6 times 7 is what? The new common denominator, which is 42. Notice that the numbers on the bottom are always going to be the same. 6 times 7, 42. Now, we've lost 60 cents, and we walk another block, and we find 7 cents. So how much money are we still in the hole? This is a bigger number, right? 60 minus 7 is what? 53 cents, but it's negative over 42. Let me check the time here. Okay, we got a little bit of time here still. So this is going to be a negative 53 over 42, right? All right. Number 13. We've got a 9/5 plus a minus 4/3. Pieces of the pie not the same, we got to make them the same. How do we do it? Take this 3, cross multiply, numerator and denominator. Take this 5, cross multiply, numerator and denominator, right? 3 times 9, 27. Negative 4, that's going to be a plus right here, right? That plus, but this is going to be a negative. Well, we can do it 2 ways, but the way I'm going to do it right now is this way. Negative 4 times 5 is what? A negative 20. All right? 3 times 5, 15. It's going to be the same here, right? 3 times 5 is 15. Negative or positive times a negative now, right? Positive times a negative, because this is understood to be a 1 for multiplication when we've got these parentheses in there. So this is going to be 27 minus 20. Right? This becomes a negative number here. Positive times a negative is a negative, right? So we could rewrite this like this. Positive times a negative. This could also be written like this, a negative 20. So that's what we've got. Now we've got a 27/15 minus a 20/15. Right? Which is the bigger number, the positive or the negative? The positive is. So 27 minus 20 is equal to 7 over 15. That's your answer. All right, let's see how much time we got here. Okay, number 14. We've got a 2, and we've got a 13 over 8. Well, this 2 is a whole number, right? And it's understood to be 2 over 1. All numbers are understood to be that number divided by 1. 2 divided by 1 is what? 2. 50 divided by 1 is what? 50, right? 1 goes into 50 50 times. So all whole numbers are understood to be this, or they're understood to be divided by 1. So that's what we did here. We took that and we made it a fraction. It's now a fraction. So what's the rule for addition of fractions? If we don't have a common denominator, or we don't have the equal number of pieces of pie, we have to create that, right? How do we do that? We take this 8, multiply the numerator and the denominator, the opposite fraction. We take this 1, multiply the numerator and the denominator of the opposite fraction. 8 times 2, 16, minus 1 times 13, so minus 13. Notice again, these denominators are the same. They're both 8 now, right? 8 times 1 is 8, and 8 times 1 is 8. Which is the bigger number? 16, so it's going to be positive. 16 minus 13, what? 3 over 8. And that is your answer. And I think we're out of time here. Okay, we'll continue on later in another video.